Infrared. Yeah. You know what I mean? Infrared. Yeah. You know what I mean? Infrared. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yo, what's going on? SpitChaBarz, man. We here, Madhouse, fresh back. Let's go ahead and talk about it, man. If you don't know me, you finna find out. I'm a battle rap fan. I have an opinion. I'm gonna give it. As far as this event, yeah, it was alright. Can't really grade it because we had a lot of cancellations, man. When you're supposed to have 12 battles, you only get out 4. Gotta call you out on that. It wasn't y'all fault, SpitChaBarz. But you gotta think about it this way. Hey, I'm coming to this address because I saw a flyer. You know what I'm saying? It had Falcado on it. It had 3D on it. It had such and such and so and so on it. I understand what position you are in the day of having people cancel, but you cannot tell me that people did not come to the door, look around, and be like, nah. And it comes with the battlers, and it comes with a little bit of the lead. Like, you know, sometimes with the lead, it's nothing you could do. The way it was happening for SpitChaBarz, the way them cancellations were coming, like, it was too soon to give y'all any notice. Like I was outside, like, yo, what's up, nice? What's going on? Oh, such and such. I mean, it was like that. You know, I said hello. He's getting the word that somebody not coming. Like right there, like right there. It's like 4:15. It's 4:15. So, you know, people come and it's like, yo, I'm here to see 12 battles. I'll pay $20 for 12 battles. Oh, y'all ain't got 12 battles? Okay, I'll pay $20 for 8. Y'all ain't got 8 battles? I'll pay $20 for 6. So you finna tell me that y'all had 12 battles booked and ain't even 6 going down? And y'all want me to pay $20. Now, I ain't saying that these battles ain't worth $20. No, that ain't saying. I just want to get the most from my money, you know? So if you was offering me 12 for 20, but now I'm getting 4 for 20, 12. What this 4 come with? Like, I'm gonna need a massage with it. I'm gonna need something. That's the situation that you come in. That turnout was the turnout because battles just clearly weren't happening. People were coming up. People were like, yo, this where the joint going at? Ain't nobody here. You know, and we, you know, now, you know, you have your Falcators who like, yo, man, I got this job. I can't make it. You know what I'm saying? You have your Gators who are all the way in California, and it's like, hey, look, man, I bit the bullet on that ticket. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't make it. Can't bite the bullet on that ticket again. I mean, you know, maybe. You know, I don't really 100% know Gators thing. With Pharaoh, I don't know Pharaoh's thing. I thought he was from the Bronx or Brooklyn or somewhere close, you know, but I heard from somebody that he was booked for 3 events that same day. You know what I'm saying? Like, the message was a little shady. That's why I ain't share it. I ain't share it because it was shady. Come on, bruh. That little shade. But I felt that the content of the message, like Pharaoh being booked for 3 events. If this guy said he's booked for 3 events, more than likely that's 75% true. And he's at least booked for 2 of them hoes, and we need to find, like, you know. So Pharaoh didn't show up, so I kind of seen that coming. But also, you gotta understand who not. Y'all was the look, bruh. Y'all was the look. Like, Falcado, we understand your situation, but you at the top of the card. You at the top of the card, and you know there has to be enough time to shift. You know, there has to be enough time to move around. there just really wasn't enough time to move around, and Da Uno might have been riding with Falcator, might have been coming up with Falcator. They may have been splitting that cost coming from Detroit, and the fact that Falcator had to take that other plate, get that real job, that hourly pay. Da Uno was like, hey, that's not something that I'm trying to do by myself. I'm not trying to split. I'm not trying to cut that whole bill to New York City by myself for a one-round battle, and my opponent might not show up. So, there's different things, but y'all have to see what it does. Y'all don't see what it does to the league. It's just like y'all sitting home. Hey, battle's still going to go down. Footage still going to come out. But it does do a lot to SpitChaBarz and the admins and the people running the event, because they done told the venue, hey, we're going to have this amount of people. They're going to be buying liquor. So the venue gave it to them at that type of price. You know what I'm saying? What if they said, hey, what if the host said to them, yo, I am $300 per 5 battles. They had 12 battles. He cut them a deal for $600 for 12. They gave him half the bread up front. I'm not saying this isn't the real situation between. I don't discuss those situations. I'm just giving a hypothetical. Half of that $600 get paid up front, and once the event is done, the other half of that $600 is paid, no matter if one battle go down or 12 battle go down. So look what y'all doing to the league on that sense as well. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta be more mindful. Gotta be more considerate. But hey, real things happen. Just asking. Communication is key. It's kinda on the league. Cause I was coming up to y'all like, hey, hit him up. You don't got his phone number. You just hit him up on Facebook. If y'all working with an artist, you need to have their address, their phone number, they everything. Like, come on, man, we can run these events for you. Hey, take my business card. We can run these events for you, the whole thing. Y'all don't gotta worry about nothing. But your artist gonna be there. But let's go ahead and move past that, man. Despite people getting there, the weather was crazy. Again, traffic was wild. The artists who did showed up and put on, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. The first battle that popped off was 3D versus Marv, and this was a battle that set up because Exhibition, Pharaoh didn't show up. That was the main event with 3D, and GL, who was opening the card with Marv Marciano. GL didn't show up, so unfortunately these two rappers had to face each other. Now, to me, 3D is just in a place in battle rap. I'm not gonna call him a veteran, but he's been on the court enough times and he's had enough experience in SpitChaBarz. He worked his way, not necessarily from the bottom of the card, but 2 battles ago he was battling Davila. You know what I'm saying? He battled Dillagath, and then he got himself a main event with a outside shooter. So SpitChaBarz definitely sees them as somebody that they want to push. This battle is going to be that push. So you're throwing a someone with main event experience, basically, with somebody who's basically trying out, like, hey, SpitChaBarz, my name Marv, this is what I can do. I think homie did show and prove what he could do. I think he'll definitely come. He can definitely come back if they can get him an opponent that really will show up. I know, salute Marv, man. You came out from far and you were almost stranded out there because your battle had to happen by a certain time. So salute for coming all the way out and making it happen when there are people 20-30 minutes away didn't even come through. So salute to you for that. But I think that it was a 1-round battle. It was indirect. 3D had better bars, you know what I'm saying? He was going against Pharaoh, who's been on We Go Hard, who's been on a lot of the leagues that are getting views. He is possibly somebody who's in talks for a PG, like he's probably been having a Hennessy shot with Smack. So Pharaoh, 3D came prepared, and he came with that umph. Marv was about to battle GL. Don't nobody know who that is, so the material that he had for, what I'm saying, it's like, okay, I'm battling GL versus somebody nobody knows. I'm battling 3D. This is a dude that beat up Danger Zone. A lot of people know him. I got to kill him. So it was different. And those two matching up against each other, 3D took that kind of easy, if you ask me. It's definitely a good battle to watch because Marv showed what he could do. His style's a little different, and he has a little bit of a freestyle ability that stole a lot of the energy that 3D comes with. I don't think Marv could keep that energy though, but we'll see. We'll see when that footage comes out. It was definitely a good one-round exhibition joint, fire. And then we also had Castor Troy and Skills. That was the second battle go down. This battle wasn't even on the card. This card was originally 10 battles. Y'all asking for plates, and then they made it, they extended it to 12 battles. And so Castor Troy and Skills were one of those battles. How did one of the battles that got added to the card after the card was set, how'd they make it? But we done with that. We done with that. Castor Troy and Skills, they had a one-round battle. Fire. I was surprised with this battle because Castor Troy, once again, I thought he was nice. I thought he was cool. But once again, I think he's a rapper. I think he's a good rapper who would sound good on a beat, who would sound good making songs, a studio type rapper. But he really has a feel for battle rap. Like some of his punches in this battle was kind of like outdated a little, not like outdated like heard before, just outdated like, dang, when was you born? Like people don't even say that no more, like outdated like that. But they were still hitting. I think with Castor Troy, he has that natural stage, presence about him, and so he can rap. And you gonna feel him just because his mannerisms, like he's like an old school 90s New York MC to me. Just somebody who be walking up on the street corner like, yo, you got bars? I got bars. And he give you bars right there. And he can do it with anybody. Skills came in with something from Joseph A. Banks. I'm talking tailor-made, suited for Castor Troy. And there was, man, Skills came in there with the aggression that he should have had for Slick. He came in there with the anger that he should have had for Lambo Lex and Boss Status, and he put it all on Castor Troy. And it was funny because Castor Troy he had a front row seat for that Boss Status and Lambo Lex battle, and he was probably looking at Skills like, oh, okay, he want to battle me? I could do this easy. And he got a totally different skills. Skills was better than the Skills we seen versus Jay Slick. I think Skills was better than the Skills that we saw versus Nice. I think the Skills that we got was more like the Skills that we seen versus Nice. Is Skills a fire one-rounder battler and fizzles out in 3? Or does he come with 3 fire rounds? I think that y'all gonna see. I thought that this was a fire one-rounder from Skills. Moving on, we had 2 3-rounders. It's hard to judge one-round battles. It's hard to say, yeah, that one-round battle was the battle of the night. It was both of the one-rounders were fire. They both came with a lot of energy. But Pusha Key and King Fame was really, really dope. Like, man, Pusha Key and King Fame was the first back and forth fight of the night. Man, y'all gonna love this one when it drops, I promise. The only issue with this battle was Pusha Key, he in the ice rink with his tennis shoes on. Just, he can't get his footing. He's just slipping everywhere. But it was hard though. It was hard. And like he was getting the most react. He was saying a lot of he was saying a lot of over the head mean type things. And as he's rapping, you're kind of catching it late, but you're just reacting late. And it kind of like the way he raps, he was in a point where it was like, what's up? Oh, okay, cool. Like you were just reacting to what he said, but it was like, yo, you kind of stopping what I got going, and it kept happening. So with Pusha Key, it might have been a little bit of, dang, I can't even get through my round, and to the point where he didn't know the rounds fully to get through them with that type of crowd reaction. Because I mean, it's almost like every bar, it was like, ooh, oh, that was, ooh, every single bar, and he kind of was like, all right, cool. Y'all will see. King Fame, he was getting a little bit of that, but his material was a little bit different. His material was kind of written to where it had pauses when the crowd was supposed to react. He kind of gave them that second, and then he just rapped. It was a pretty good battle. I think the first round was mad close. The first round was very debatable. You could squeeze it to either MC. I think the second one went to Fame. Clear. I think King Fame turned up in the second and went noodles. Pusha T was fired too, but I think, man, he just had King Fame had so much energy. That was another thing. Pusha T kind of laid back, cool. He was delivering the bars with a little performance. It was just King Fame was a little bit more and like that did a lot for him in this battle, especially in that second round. King Fame's third round was beatable. It was beatable. I thought that, I was like, oh, okay, Pusha T, this is you might be able to take this one 2-1. But Pusha T couldn't get through the third. Earl got him. Earl, man, the GOAT, came and took the quarter right off the backboard, man. Took them rhymes right on out of him, man. He started, couldn't really get it back. So I think King Fame got that third clear. I think he got the battle 2-1 at least, possibly 3-0. He might have edged that first round. It depends on, with Pusha T though. If Pusha T loses this battle, it's going to be because he slipped so much. It's going to be because the round wasn't fluid. Because I believe in the first, Pusha T was kicking it, but Fame King, he was just fluid with it. He got through it all. I don't think it was as hard or had as many punches, but it had enough, and he got through it. I think King Fame definitely took this battle, but Pusha T was fire. Definitely one that's going to give views, do numbers, at least 1K. Definitely one I'm looking forward to seeing. And then lastly, we had Smooth and Ken Savvy, man. Salute, like, Ken Savvy, UBL, somebody that you always can count on. Seems like Smooth, SpitChaBarz, looks like somebody you can always count on. Seems like, along with 3D, along with the Villa, you know what I'm saying? Rockman, salute. You know, had you been on the card, I know you would have been there, buddy. Prime, salute. You know, your young boy was out there. He might have to kill some. Yeah, young boy was out there talking that talk. He might, hey man, he said the, you know, the respect he had for Pops and Hitman Holla, so we might see young Prime on that stage. But you know, Prime, another performer, and Smooth and Ken Savvy, another performance battle. Let me tell you something about Ken Savvy, man. Ken Savvy is somebody who learns, man. He really studies the game. He really studies his opponent, and he goes into a match trying to do what he has to do to beat his opponent. With Lambo Lex and Boss Status, like, you kind of see he knew what he wanted to do, and he tried to do that. With Cartier, he knew what he wanted to do, and he was trying to do that. With Cartier, it was more with bars, and he knew with Boss Status it had to be more with some aggression and some emotion. With this battle, it had to be a combination of the both. You're going to need some good bars, because I think that Ken Savvy can't out-punch Smooth, and he was going to need some performance, because I think that Smooth would kill him with the performance. It did not play out that way. This was a very, very even match. Ken Savvy, crazy. I'm not even going to say he stepped up his performance. I'm just going to say that he keeps building onto the performance, and we don't know what all that this guy can do, because he has some, like, movements, and like, you still did the JJ thing, but that might just be natural to you. You know what I'm saying? That might just be natural to you. And we saw Smooth play on that, might have got a round out of it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we have to see it again, but so you already saw in that battle how that went with somebody who really can dig into that. Yeah, be careful. Be careful. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about when it comes out. But with Savvy's performance, he has kind of like a PG step, like move that no matter the punch, he kind of goes to that move if he doesn't have a direct set movement for it. You know what I'm saying? Like when people are freestyling and they're kind of getting choked up, they might have a word that they say like, hey yo, my homeboy Lex. Well, see, I can't say that on camera. But you know, people have a certain, so it seems like Ken Savvy, when he doesn't know what to do with the performance, he goes to what's just natural for him, and that's making a punch hit like that. Ty Law has this thing where he makes a punch hit like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's just Ken Savvy's thing. Smooth played on it, but did Smooth have enough bars? Man, Smooth be up there. I don't want to disrespect you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to disrespect how hard you are, but bro, you be up there looking like a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, man. Like, come on, you doing all that clapping and stomping? Where them bars at the... And I understand, Smooth, he just has a certain style. He just has a certain style. I've seen Smooth live. He does the same thing. He's himself. He's original. He gives you that fire. You just like it or you don't. This battle, I was feeling some of it, but this is tough, man. I don't know. See, I'm a battle rap fan, and Savvy, I done heard them lines. And you had some good lines, and it's like I could tell it's genuine, but it was like you had some lines. It was like, dog, I just heard that before, so I need to see that again. I need to break that down, but it was a good fire battle. I like that, and that battle got a little touchy, you know what I'm saying? Like, Smooth was trying to, you know, and Savvy, don't touch me. And, yeah, it got a little, you know, it wasn't chippy for real, but it gave that feel. And with the venue, you know what I'm saying, downstairs, the dungeon-like, very nice, man. Madhouse, I think, you know, despite all the no-shows, the footage gonna be a success. There were 4 battles, and all 4 were fire. All 4 were fire, like, you know what I'm saying? So, though they didn't have all the battles that were on the card didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have all their battles worked out. They were 100% in delivering fire battles. SpitChaBarz had an event, and they got 4 good battles out of it. So all that matters at the end of the day, if you know, to be honest, these battles are gonna come out on YouTube and do numbers, man. So keep your head up, SpitChaBarz. Sorry it went down like that, you know. Another learning experience, new venue, that took a lot into it. When people know you for, you know, hey, we going ahead, SpitChaBarz, you know, that does something. But you know what I'm saying, learning experience, you still got 4 fire battles out of it, and we're gonna talk about it, man. This is a Y, this is a B, this is a G. If you don't know, as always, man, salute.